Okay, why I can run my mouth? I can run my mouth because I got about 30 terabytes. Before I was just a photographer. When I moved to the low country, that's when I added video to the game. That started on a Samsung 4. I only had one battery for it. I eventually ordered another one when common sense kicked in. I can switch batteries in and out. But otherwise, it only kept charged for 15 minutes. I was walking around with an extension cord because things here fascinated me. They still fascinate me. And when things fascinate me, I document it. But there are others who have access to much more. Like with me now, my hands are shot so even... Y'all don't... Well, you saw some of what I went through just editing that 4-hour piece, but that also involved research and having access to 10 years of stuff to add to it, to thread it, to connect the dots across the diaspora with the rest of the stuff. Now, I've added, 2 trips to Ecuador, Trinidad and Tobago. This is 4 trips into Jamaica. I have to create a team of editors. That's, all right, let me rewind. Back in the day, hi, I'm Brenda Peart, the computer lady. And that's how I was known. And doing that, we had locations where we were able to put computer technology centers in spaces and places within neighborhoods, equip families with computer equipment, because companies really can't just throw it away without having to pay a disposal fee. So, Forge Ahead would swoop in, pick up your old stuff. We don't want your money. We just want your old equipment, because we literally needed tools to arm people with so they can go on to do what they need to do. I get happy with every now and then I get an inbox like, yo, that computer you exposed us to, that got me off the street. See, there were a lot of pharmaceutical entrepreneurs who, in my opinion, needed another set of skills, and they used that. There are people who made use of the knowledge that, okay, your job gives courses, but you always figure that ain't for you. Man, go take that. There are ways and means to utilize technology in so many facets of everyday life, because whoever's sitting in front, you're just the end user. What's going on behind? And I liked what was going on behind. I liked finding out what was in the box. But the more and more that I lost use of my hands, and you got to switch and move around. Last night, and I walked the elder through a DNS setup, migrating her domain name over to a new domain name on her website, because some fool and snatched her thing because she had that GoDaddy stuff, and we just had to do a quick domain in Google. Go to the grandfather, go to the base, pay your $12 or $15, whatever the name was. She migrated the name, had to go up because it was on Wix, go back to Google, in there, set up the DNS. We did this all virtually. My girl is hooked up. Her website was back up and running. Some fool hijacked the name, talking about she need to pay $3,000. We ain't got time for that. Other than I wasn't used to Wix, so I'm literally having to we couldn't share on that screen. Yes, it was that type of senior, where she got the laptop in one corner and the desktop over there, and we were working both of them. Them things make me happy. So when I'm talking about the issue of creating teams to do things, and some of you try to figure out, well, how can I remember somebody asked me one day, what could the community do for you? Give me space. That's what I need. See, that space and place is not just not technology. It's a combination of technology and culture, because Forge Ahead in New York was utilizing technology and culture to make a difference today. Now, if in that same space, okay, got space to dance, the drums around the edge, give me a DHEC certified kitchen, because we're going to have to eat, and it's got to have purpose. We'll talk about the other social enterprise on the other side. But you see that bank or banks of computers that you would see around. It's not a matter of coming in and playing a game, it's developing that game. It's creating those apps. It's not about just looking at those videos. If the energy that is put in the 15 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute on TikTok, on TikTok. What the heck would y'all do with mega production? What would you do with an hour conveying a message? Not just conveying a message, but imparting information. Because remember, some things just tickle the fancy. You want to go deeper. That's why I love when folks are over the other side tickling fancy, because I'm that fool out there that got them 3, 4, 5 hours, 6 videos that's just sitting up there that'll put you into that real world. You know, it's like, well, folks see BJ on the screen and, yo, you can't come to Charleston to get his food. You got to go down to Bluffton to go get it, but you'd want to be in the kitchen with him. Got them videos. Because chefs of color, chefs of melanin status, chefs of Gullah Geechee realm, everybody's got these layers to these things. I don't have time for the layers. There's certain spaces and places that allow you to eliminate all that. You go straight to the source, you get the information, you get to spend the time, and you get to listen. Chefs do a lot of stuff in the kitchen besides cook. When you hear Fatima Binta speak, when you hear Omar Tate speak, when you hear Digby speak, Twitty speak, yo! And that's all around food. Let's not even start to begin with what we look at in terms of culture. Actual physical manifestation of the arts. Ife Franklin. Yo, I met Ife when she came to Charleston, North Charleston, to do the Arts Festival. And she was with who? Indigo Lady herself, Ariane King Coleman. There are richnesses here. There are deposits that are all around the country that when they get together, I don't always get to get over there, but I've had the opportunity of being over there. I think I dropped that video somewhere. It's like an hour or so with Ariane. Yeah, that's out there. You get to learn history and learn about materials. See, I, in some weird shape way, provide some real world, real life, real time demonstration of some of the things that y'all are studying in your seeking higher education and degrees and the whole nine. I ain't got the time. I like the groundwork. You know, there's some of you researching stuff and then you'll come across like, ooh, oh, she was up in a kung pong for more than Kojo Day. Yeah, you got to be around people to speak to them and hear them and understand. You have to walk the land. You have to dip your foot in the water. There's some things you have to recognize. And how do you begin to build all these things? Look at all these people around you, man. Look at all these. Look, if you got, like one of my favorite, Queen of Collab, Monique Hill. Baby! And I know you say, well, Brenda, why don't you do? I'm Pisces. I got a hand in the bits of every damn thing under the sun. Plus, my body ain't trying to do all that. But I will spark. Like Birdseye said, Song and Connections, start a fire. And I'll help you maintain that sucker, because there's ways to build momentum. There's reasons why I'm connecting the dots across the diaspora. Now, if I can take one event, went around the diaspora, put together a 4-hour package that I'm grateful and amazed at the feedback that's been coming back, because I put my heart and soul into it. Now I got other parts. I literally want to have this opportunity to say, take a piece of video, say, okay, here's a half hour or an hour footage. The same footage, give it to a team of people. They can decide how they're going to work on it individually, or they can work on different things together and give me same product. All going in with the same original piece, but I guarantee you, the end product, they're all going to convey a different message, but coming from the same material. But it's those opportunities. That's why Ebony Life is mine. Mo Adubo is doing great things. Not just what you end up seeing on Netflix. They've created the academy. If we want it, we got to build it. Everybody can't go to film school in Hollywood. I had the opportunity bless my parents. The basement was where you came in Bushwick to learn how to break it down and put it back together. The sidewalk was cracked up because of the trucks that would come in with the computer equipment. I'd get churches to pay for the rental of the truck. In exchange, they got computers. So we set up computer technology centers all over the place. And you got to put a little something in the driver's hands and stuff like that. And they were friends. When I tried to put computers in school, I was told there had to be bolted to a steel table, which is bolted to the floor, which is behind a steel door with a Finch lock. That was trying to put them in the PS45. So we said, bunk that, we put them in the individual homes. And before you got a computer, you had to come to my house to find out what was in the box. We taught you how to reassemble, because remember, we're picking up units. There's a CPU, there's a monitor. You now have to, listen, we did that in Hartford, Albany Avenue branch of the Hartford Public Library. Every Wednesday. No matter what you came in there to find out about. Yeah, because Anwar let the library be open after 6 o'clock. And we did there up until midnight. Okay? Because a community that learns together, I understand that how the world functions after the sun goes down. And that's when it needed. That community time. From 7 p.m. back to 7 a.m. I'm a Nighthawk. What the heck? And Nighthawks exist, and that's how you share and nurture information. But one of them days, you're going to get it. Ask me what I want. Yeah, space and location. At this particular point, I'm going to need it here on the peninsula. Well, I already know where I can put it in Jamaica. But that's how we manifest. That's how we connect the dots across the diaspora. That's how we produce information and tell stories. That's why I go down there with cameras. I got one in the shop now, one that needs to go in the shop. Neither way, it's $300 on each one. So when I put up that thing asking for money, baby, it ain't about no clothes. I'm still in my t-shirts. I still buy them by the freaking dozen, or just make sure they get washed by the dozen. But in order to tell a story, no, I don't have disposable income. My body's jacked up enough. But in order to tell a story, that's my passion. That's what I have. The body's been jacked up, but I don't get to go work nobody's 8-12 hours a day. I'm not your greatest employee. The judge signed off on that. But the mind don't stop. And if I don't do it personally, I damn sure would influence one of you to get it done. Because you have access to materials, to people, to resources, to locations. Get it done. Everything doesn't cost millions of dollars. And no, you can't always start out with the money. Start with pieces of this and pieces of that and put it together. How many folks have been out there making music? Shout out to Frankie. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shout out to Supreme. Bushwick every day, all day, baby. Dark Side. Go check out their new spot. We're still creating. We're still doing. And we're still flipping. Yeah, sometimes, yeah, that mindset kicks in there, but it's that mindset that keeps the hustle going. Yo, find ways to feed yourself, but tell damn story. Don't give up on your dream. Control the narrative. Serve. Yeah, 30-some-odd Facebook pages later, a few YouTube channels. I'm serving. Only one's monetized. Every now and then I get a check, but I'm dropping the information. I didn't shoot for today. I didn't shoot to feed me. I'm not looking for paycheck first. I'm looking for you to do what? Be informed. Be educated and understand who you are. Because we're connecting the dots across the diaspora no matter what. Toodles, I gotta go. 15 minutes. Bye.